Oh, alright. And we're finally back. Let's go ahead and get started with the recap then. I think mostly what happened with last session was kind of a brief, just more preparation time. But there was still quite a bit of essential information that you guys managed to glean. Actually, now it's coming back as I'm looking through the notes here. You guys got some very essential information.
We know where we need to go.
Yeah, you know where the crown is.
At least a rough idea of it.
Yep.
Yep. You know where the crown is. And you also discovered that there is, in fact, a secret passage. And in addition to that, you kind of scoped over a little bit on some of the devices and things within the museum. And yeah. Trying to see. I think you guys were able to kind of identify a lot of the traps. Yeah. Like some of the spell parts. The long hallway at the north part of the build, or the topmost part of the building. Definitely the most scariest. I think you guys said.
We're not going in there.
Please.
No, thank you.
But in addition to that, trying to see. I don't know what else you guys got that was important information. Did I miss anything?
We learned a lot about the area outside the museum.
Oh, right, the outskirts. And one part leads into the scrap. Pretty much that one area where you fought the werewolf and the dwarf. And the other exits pretty much lead you further into the kettle, if I recall, which are the other nicer parts of Broznov.
That or Grand Central, which we obviously want to avoid.
Yeah, that was the other part. Grand Central's kind of always mostly around. You can almost always connect to Grand Central from pretty much anywhere in Broznov. Which isn't necessarily a good thing, because that's where the major Tetsugard HQ is, and if a heist is happening, you probably don't want to, if you're going through a heist, you probably don't want to go and run straight into law enforcement.
Probably not. Though apparently there's not a lot of guards in this area.
Nope. The security's pretty light. And then, what else? I think you guys were looking for Sugoku, like any signs of Sugoku or any of his cronies?
We had been, but we didn't see anything.
Yeah. So they either already came by, or you guys just never showed up, or might be showing up later. Who knows?
I hope they're ahead of us and really well prepared, because if they're not, they're gonna fuck with our plan if they draw a lot of attention to the air.
Yeah.
Well, you do know them as they're a pretty rowdy and rough group, so that's not too sure if they might have the penchant for taking things delicately, at least in terms of a heist. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and move the screens that I already did. Alright.
Taking a long rest right now.
Yeah. I think there was just enough time before that long rest before the night would fall, and you guys were gonna start off with your with your heist. But before that, was there anything anyone wanted to do aside from the rest? Anyone wanted to look into anything or prepare anything or do anything specific?
I'm resting, but I think Stazel was gonna go shopping or disguises.
Right.
Yeah, that you were gonna get us clothes so that we could have disguises without having to use magic.
Oh.
Just something that's not our usual outfit.
Fashionable, but does
Oh
not
yeah, something that would help us fit in the academia area, but not a uniform. So something like a student would wear as like nice casual, business casual-esque wear.
Where we go down to inquire uniforms anyway.
Well, uniforms would be you would get those at the respective schools, but in terms of like the non-uniform stuff, like some of the clothing that's typical to the academia, this wouldn't be really a check, but you do know that a lot of the people here are definitely of a higher financial standing than other parts of Broznov. So likely you'll have to go to some place that's a little more, a little fancier in terms of clothing.
I'll say Cord gave you his wallet before he went to bed, so you can use some of his money if you need to.
I think Seiza would look for like cheaper alternatives that, like, unless you heavily scrutinize, you can tell it's not of the same make, but from a distance it would just look similar.
That makes sense. True, and plus, even up close, we could always pass it as like, hey, we're like scholarship students. We're trying to blend in, but like, we can't go out beyond our means, you know? They only give us so much money a semester, and I can't blow it on a single coat.
Yeah, gotta go to those secondhand shops. Hit up the
also the off-brand.
Yeah, the off-brands. Just gotta be careful, because them good deals will make you buy like so many clothes. And then you're like, I spent as much as I would on one.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
This
doesn't add up.
I think I'll give this one to you because you guys have been around, but what was it? The Hanging Garden? Oh my goodness. I don't even remember my own places. The Silver Street or possibly even Gold Street will likely have finer garments. Copper Street, you could try and find someone who makes clothes or who sells clothes of a lower quality, but Hanging Gardens is basically going to be your go-to because that's where all of, like, the shops are. So you could make a quick stop to any of the districts. Gold District will definitely have something, but I mean that's gonna be your super high cost stuff. Silver Street, there's a fair chance you could probably find someone for a deal who can make stuff or pay kind of more expensive. Copper Street, you're gonna have to do quite a bit of looking around, but you will find, if you do manage to like find someone and convince them, you could probably get something for a good deal.
Yeah, probably. We're also kind of on a bit of a time limit, so I'll just go to Silver Street.
Okay. before we continue with that, was anyone else gonna do anything else?
Was Taylor gonna craft stuff?
Well, or is Akira gonna do any preparations?
Nope.
Whack those muscles, Akira. Keep them warm and limber. Do your stretches.
I'm pretty sure waxing her skills is probably going to not be great.
I mean, it might feel nice.
Yeah, it could be nice.
Shining like a light bulb.
Glimmering. It also makes you slippery though, right? So.
Yeah, so if the
Well,
so if the Tetsuguard try to tackle you, you can just slip right from underneath them when they dogpile you.
Oh my god, they like tackle you and you just like slide right
Yep.
out.
And it's like if you get like if you got like soaked hands, you grip the soap too hard and it just like slips right out of you.
Yeah, this is the sound effect.
So the whoop.
It's the lighter bear.
Too slick to be cut. Haha. Alright then. Is anyone else gonna step out with Seiza, or?
Don't make a lady travel on her own. What's wrong with you?
Have Akira go with her.
Akira!
He
Caleb
can,
does
yeah.
want to make
He can
things.
go. I can go with
So-
Caesar.
Yeah, do it. And Kayla's gonna cry out.
Yeah, I need to try. Get some kind of countermeasure for the entrance. But there's not really a whole lot.
Also, who the fuck won the lottery?
Hmm?
We don't know. I don't think we actually find out until tomorrow, Broznov Day. So by then it's gonna be too. The irony that we might win the lotto after we already stole the crown.
Oh my god, where did it go? Oh.
Oh no!
Oh
we
no.
definitely want to return to the scene of the crime. That's such a good idea.
Wow.
Why did we even enter the lottery?
Well, we didn't realize when we entered how long it was gonna be until the drawing was gonna take place. And we also didn't realize we had such stiff competition.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if we hadn't heard about this other gang going in, we probably literally would have just waited until the next Broznov Day, because I think that's still within our timeline. We would have
Yeah.
been close to the deadline, but we would have made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason why we're
chamber, yeah.
we pushed it up is because it might get taken by other people.
Yeah, it went from you had 3 days to 3 Broznov days to you have 1 Broznov day.
And
Well, assuming that they can even get it, they might trip every trap and fucking die, and then the dude
Yeah,
comes
but
in
then
being like,
security's
"Oh,
gonna
no."
be like tighter, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
a whole mess. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be very
And plus
happy.
the benefit of striking at the same time as them is if they hit every trap, I don't think people will go in until the next day because of like the rules the guys has about not having anyone in there after nightfall. So like they can go in and trip all the traps. We get the crown, and then no one else goes in until
The thing is,
daytime.
it's not stopping them from putting like a whole brigade waiting for them outside.
That's true. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if the traps going off notify anyone though. So we'll have to
I'm
see.
sure I would hear like an explosion, a fireball.
It would be really funny if the guard is just like, there he is, Xanian's at it again. Don't worry
he's
about
just
it.
setting up the traps.
I mean,
Probably
the
one
thing we
went
should have
off.
done is if we had like unlimited time, we should have gone and started setting off fireworks outside the museum every Broznov night for like 2 months straight.
And then just go in. It's just reckless.
And then just go in, have someone set off the fireworks as we're doing the heist, and there's no one's the wiser.
Oh my god.
It's the perfect plan.
Yeah, but you need 2 months to set up that plan.
Yeah, assuming nobody comes after you in those 2 months for setting off fireworks.
Yeah. What we do is we get on Zanian's good side and we say it's for the museum that we're setting off the fireworks.
Fireworks.
We turn the museum into like Disneyland where you set off fireworks every night.
Be good for business, I promise.
Alright. So Akira and Caesar are going shopping. Kayla is crafting. And I'm sleeping.
Alright. Then we will move on and go to Silver Street then. Seiza, Akira, you are both you both do make your way. And you have been to Silver Street before. As you recall, you were chased out by that snobby baker the last time you were around.
Very vividly, yeah.
And yeah, you do know that this Silver Street definitely is on the it's definitely on the busier side right now during the day, and plenty of shops abound, lots of little fancier places in Silver Street that's definitely got the much nicer goods essentially. Additionally, there's you also make note of a lot of the shops having much more noticeably more expensive goods, but there's also a plethora of like artisans working on the streets around, like up and down various roads. This is kind of a very grid pattern sort of like area where there's a lot of like cross streets, and then there's just a small square with like market stalls, but instead of markets, there's just artisans of various sorts. You've got like people under these like really nice, like really like much nicer tents. Like these aren't like tarps and like, you know, steel pipes kind of holding up. This is like some fancy made like artisanal made like covers on top. Some of the support beams might be made from a woodworking craftsman who's like he's got support beams with like really fine like little filigree details on his on their thing, or they have really fancy tables. So they're definitely showing off their craft by being part of their little markets here. So that's where a lot of like these people are kind of, a lot of the vendors who are selling more of their services rather than their goods are at. But more in the up and down the gridlock roads, there's more shops, and those shops are more in selling goods than like having someone who's like a skilled worker kind of like offering their service.
Deep breaths. Okay. Yes. Right. I belong here. And she will look for, yeah, maybe like a tailor of some sort.
Okay. I think for this one we'll just do just a perception check just to look around.
Relearn how to dice every time.
You're not the only one.
Oh, well, that's a start. 9.
Yippee.
Yippee. No,
Not
I had a
yippee.
+7.
Yippee.
What was I'm sorry. What was your roll?
9.
9. Ooh.
No, he asked what roll you had.
Oh
Not
my
a
god.
yes or no question.
Akira, you're right there. Help her out.
Here will be helping her look for a tailor, honestly.
All right. Go ahead and also make a perception.
No, I mean, like, I don't think she would be
Oh,
helping.
roll with advantage.
Up.
Roll with advantage.
Oh,
Just roll an extra d20.
Sorry.
13. What?
It's going up.
It is.
Why not?
It is.
Yay.
And you're looking for the skilled. You're looking through the skilled workers, all the people that are like making stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely not in the shop.
Okay. You do look around, and you do kind of come across one of these crafters, and they do have, like, on display hanging from their tents, like a few finer clothes, and they do kind of somewhat look like some of the fashion that you saw around the academia. And there you see kind of like, it's actually another drow. It's a drow who seems to be kind of like working with like a mannequin, like fitting on a mannequin a new dress, and she turns around and is kind of looks and is just like, oh, customer, how can I help you? Let me just don't mind me, I'm just still working on this.
Yes, of course. Comforts me knowing that you're good at your craft. Tell me, friends, can you take short commissions for like or do you have a backstock? I need something really urgently.
Backstock. For yourself, I can definitely get something. This is just for you?
Oh no, for my friends as well. You see, we've been invited by, let's say, learned friends, and, well, look at us, we don't really look the part.
Funny enough, actually, Kira's the worst person for that because she does not need a disguise. She can make one herself.
Not true.
So.
Don't worry about it.
Alright.
Well, I do have some defects and some failed pieces that you could probably purchase. Go ahead and have a look around, see if there's anything that might suit you or your friends. Although it might be better if your friends came along to maybe make sure that they would fit.
I'm sure Seiza knows Core's measurements at this point. This is like not even the first clothing fitting we've had.
True.
Whoa.
It's quite fine. I have the exact measurements. Or at least close enough.
The drow kind of pauses and regards what you say, just kind of like, it's like, okay, feel free to look around, I guess. And if you have any questions, just let me know. And yeah, so with that, feel free. There's they kind of have like, it's kind of like a not quite a bin, but like a little collection of some of the clothes that they have. Not really super finely displayed, but they're sort of out of the way. And yeah.
Yeah. As long as they're functional and look good from a distance away, we good. As long as it doesn't show up in a police scan.
Yeah, no sequins probably.
There's like an old, like, discarded, like, shirt with, like, an oversized thing of Nicolas Cage's face, like, on the front on one.
What? If we wore that and then, like, burned it, no one would know.
Honestly, you'd be doing the world a service on that one. Just like, alright, burn this one.
Probably.
This one has to go. Yeah. Got plenty of them.
So go ahead and so for this one, unless you're really looking for anything like particular, I would say you could just kind of like sift around. But I would say make a perception check again, to look for things that would be like they would fit, but also not be too glaring in terms of flaws. Because there's some a lot of these clothes definitely look like they were made by an apprentice who was just like, it was a, they screwed it up and they can't really recover it, or it's just like inherently bad.
Listen, they don't tell you how hard it is to actually stitch a straight, perfect line. It's tougher than it seems.
Yep.
Steady hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's other.
nat
Oh.
20.
Oh, nat 20?
Whoa!
Damn!
Yeah.
Alright, well.
This is serious. This is serious business, okay? This is more important than any other role. We need good clothes.
Yep, and Seiza, you are practically a natural for this. So with careful observation and just kind of like glossing over each piece of clothes, you kind of look through and try and find whatever matches your companion's measurements, as well as trying to filter out the certain like flaws that might make the outfits stand out or seem a little too uncomfortable. Things like mismatching sleeves, or, and by that I mean like, one sleeve's a little too long, or another one's a little bit like, might like get caught a little weird, or it's a little too small. So you're able to kind of delve through the really flawed stuff and find, easily enough, some actually decent or passable quality clothing with not too many flaws, or like not flaws that they're not too awful. It was like, this was something that the apprentice almost achieved, kind of worthy. Like, this could almost pass for good clothing.
This is put it on the fridge.
Yep. Maybe it's like the around the maybe it's like somewhere around there's like maybe a tear somewhere that could be easily stitched up, or there is a stitch in the tear that's very like, it's a very ugly like stitch work essentially, but it's not too damning.
I could slap a coat on it. It'll be fine.
Exactly. Things that could be easily concealed.
Yeah.
Frayed sleeves, really like bad looking buttons that have been poorly put on, or missing buttons. Things of that kind of nature. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you were,
all that we can.
yeah, but you're able to find some pretty good pieces, so I'm assuming barring Akira, you, Taylor, and Core essentially need one outfit, right?
Yeah.
Because Akira's just gonna like do her Mighty Morph trick.
Yep. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Alright. Oh, hydrate redeem. Well, you gather your three fashionable yet flawed clothing, and you present them to the drow seamstress, who seems to be working on a really pretty dress. And she looks over and she says, "Oh, you found something?"
Hi. These will do.
Oh, sure.
Both of these pieces?
Let's see. She looks over and she kind of like inspects each of the pieces, and she says, "I'll sell you the lot for 50 gold."
50 gold.
Well, all of my stuff is of higher quality, and even the rejects made by my apprentice, they're still of finer quality materials, which you're mostly paying for.
Oh, of course. I can feel it just by the touch. But tell you what, I'll be back. I'm taking a particular vested interest in your sense of clothing. How about we do the lot for 40? And a loyal customer at that.
Roll persuasion.
Yep. Also +7. Oh.
Oh,
Well.
it's average.
What you got?
10.
10? Well, considering that it's only a 10 gold drop, that will be enough, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, it'll be enough. 10 gold isn't too much for, what she's asking for 10 gold
I
difference.
could also use Draconic Disciple, but I kind of want to save that.
But yeah, so she'll accept your offer, 40 gold, and a loyal customer. And yeah, with that, you acquire 3 new pieces, or well, 3 new sets of clothing, fashionable yet terrible.
Hooray!
Just
Now we
like
all send Sybil.
Damn.
Sybil off to Pinterest to pick out the outfits that he picked out for us. What did you get us? Tell us.
I'll leave the creativity to you.
Oh no.
It doesn't have to be now.
Oh no, I need to think. Yeah.
Just remember, we're trying to blend into like academia, so we could look
Okay.
up
Okay, so I'll leave the clown.
like. Yeah. Save that for a different heist.
Okay.
Hmm?
I've read that Nick Cage shirt as well.
The Nick Cage t-shirt.
We'll be back for that T-shirt.
Yeah, it's just sitting in the back of the stall,
It's not,
way
it's
high
not gonna
up.
sell. Let's be honest. It's
No.
never gonna sell. So
Honestly,
we
it's
can come
just
back to it.
she doesn't even know why it's up there. Like she just has it on like hanging from like away from the other clothes. So Nick Cage's
Every
face
time
is
she
just
like
staring
goes
at you.
to take it down because she's like, this is never gonna sell, and I hate staring at it. But then she can't find it in herself because she looks into his eyes and she's like, oh.
Yep.
When I'm up this
Hello,
close, he's
sir.
actually kind of beautiful. But when I step back, it's super cursed, and I hate
This
it.
is
But when I
like
get
a
up
cursed
close,
item. Jesus.
it is a cursed item. You hate it until you get up close and you stare into his eyes, and then
I need to find a
That's
good
nice.
example of a Nick Cage shirt. Oh no, there's too many of them and they're all terrible. I'll be honest. They're terrible.
Is it all stretched out?
There's just why would someone do this? They have a shirt and a sweatpants combo with just his face.
what? No.
Oh no.
There's some terrible freaking shirts here. Holy crap.
The funny thing about those shirts is that they never think about what it looks like with a person with boobs on. So, like, if you have boobs and you wear those shirts, they get bulged out in the weirdest ways.
I love the ones where the eyes are like
The eyes are just like
going
pushed
in
out.
opposite directions.
Yeah.
A classic.
Yeah, I hate everything I'm looking at. I was trying to find a good like a good one for a joke, but they're just it's the curse's effect.
They're all bad.
They're all bad. Well, in any case, yeah, the terrible shirt aside, it's there.
Oh my god, I just saw it.
The shirt, yeah.
Why is it skin tone?
That's the thing I hate the most about it. I was thinking it was like a shirt where it's just like, like his face, shoulders
His
and
head,
up.
right?
Yeah, the head, like head
Yeah.
and shoulders, like. But like this is it's just his face on a skin tone T-shirt.
It's gross.
You know what? I think that's gonna be the shirt because I can't find anything better. So
Oh my
that's the
God.
shirt she's got in her thing. It's just a face.
Oh my god. Ugh.
It's terrible, but when you get close,
Oh my god.
it's
My this guy
charming.
should have that last one. Can you imagine? Actually, you know what? Cardigan and miniskirt Akira sounds
Yeah,
pretty
but
nice
I was
right
gonna
now.
say, which one is Core gonna wear? I don't think he can rock the shorts
I
or
feel
the
like you
skirt.
should rock this.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
The turtleneck. Oh, nice.
Just like the black overcoat. That's really
Yeah, Core looks really good in coats. So.
yeah. Oh, the mahogany like pants.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good in there.
That is definitely like
And
a
the
scholar from academia would be wearing that. Probably on one of the
especially
colder
if he ties
days.
his hair up in the little man bun. He's got his little glasses on.
I was gonna say he's got a coffee in his hand. He's got his whole he's got a satchel in the other.
Yeah, his little art, his art portfolio.
We gotta look. Yeah.
I'm copying this.
But there is some sort of flaws on these things, but they're not enough to where
Oh,
they
yeah.
would be debilitating.
The
Maybe
frame.
this, yeah, the sweater is a little frayed. Maybe there's like a hole in the back, but that's why I have the jacket on.
Man.
No, it's just missing the back.
Oh my god. It's secretly a virgin killer sweater.
Oh no!
Oh my
the
god.
The entire back is missing. Nah, we'll just say there's like some weird holes in the back.
Sir, put away your side boob.
I'm sorry, it keeps slipping out.
Lord. Truly, truly cursed. But in any case, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Which one is Sage's outfit in the first one?
It brought that aesthetic, I'm not too sure.
Oh, I see.
What would Taylor wear pants?
I
Or
assume
skirt?
so.
Yeah, she wears pants.
Pants.
Yeah, because I think when we did the nightclub thing, Taylor wore pants.
Sorry, continue. I'm just looking at
It's Taylor's turn to craft.
Taylor,
Crafting. I know
you are
what I'm
crafting. What are you crafting?
various potions that will let me cast spells that will hopefully help me deal with the entrance room.
Okay.
As I have a potion that lets me cast silence,
Hmm.
so that we can just move past the music box,
Hmm.
because that will make noise, and I don't know how it might. Just in case, but I'm expecting to use it because it might interact with other defenses, and we don't want that.
True. Don't
I'm
wanna.
not really the light bulb thing, the light orb, is a lot more annoying to deal with. So like,
Darkness?
hopefully it's not a problem. Yeah, but I can only have darkness or silence up at a time,
Mm-hmm. I mean,
and
Seiza can cast darkness, right?
No, I don't think so. No.
Oh, I thought that was a
Drow?
drow thing.
It is.
No. Is it?
it is a drow thing. I thought they
Oh.
could.
I think that might have been an older drow thing.
Racial trait, right?
Rachel? It was Dancing Lights and Fairy Fire.
Oh,
That might have been another edition.
maybe they changed
Yeah,
it.
Darkness.
fifth level.
When you
Oh
reach
wait,
fifth
no, I
level,
just
you
got it.
get
Oh,
darkness.
I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't add it because it just got. Whoops.
Hooray!
But yeah,
I was gonna say, I was like, I could have sworn drow could cast darkness.
I just didn't write it down because I am a fool.
No,
So
you
good
like to
at
play
this.
hard mode.
Someone
well,
else
that
that
means
can
you could
cast
also
darkness would make it a
fairy
lot.
fire.
You know what? You probably didn't add it because you can cast it when you reach 5th level, according to what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
These were level 1 characters.
Leveling up. Yeah, I didn't add it after. Yeah,
Make sure you add
What
fairy
would that-
fire as well.
I did. I just didn't add
Alright.
darkness. We had to. Yeah.
With the right aiming, we can nullify both the light and the noise box.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm bringing silence too, so I would prefer to save spell slots, but if we need it later on afterwards, I can use it again.
Yeah, I mean, if all goes to plan and we can actually like get out, I'm less worried about triggering stuff at that point because we just need to bail. We just bail.
Yeah. If things explode behind us, at least we're gone.
Yeah. I also have some mage hand potions, just in case. And more importantly, a levitate potion, so that we can get down the hole
Oh, smart.
and avoid.
Yeah.
And if the conveyor belt is running, then I can just levitate people across, and
Nice.
we don't have to deal with any of that. It will drop
Yeah.
silence, but
I mean, once we're
It's
falling down the
possible.
hole, it
It's
should be fine.
possible that so in the layout, the way it works, do we have to go into that first room to get to the? We can go backwards, right? Can't we go straight to the exit instead of going into that first room?
yeah.
So we could
Yeah,
maybe
that's-
we might be able to skip that part entirely.
Technically speaking, the only barrier that would be posed to you guys would be the conveyor belt, assuming it's still running.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm assuming that we're not going through the entire place. That's why I have levitate.
Yeah.
So we don't need to worry about it all. I don't have to worry about trying to move against the conveyor belt.
Yeah.
I can just float everyone over.
Whee.
But
That would be fun.
the music box
Akira,
and the
you weigh
light thing
less than
is
500
in.
pounds, right? I know it's rude to ask a lady her weight, but Akira, you weigh less than 500 pounds, right? This is
Yeah,
important
she
for
does.
Okay, good.
I'm pretty sure she's like 300-ish
I
pounds,
mean,
or
she's
something like that.
huge, so of course,
Yeah.
she's huge and muscular, so she's gonna be heavy. But I didn't think 500. That would be too high.
Yeah.
It's way
She's not
too
10
high.
foot.
It's
Not
that
yet.
Not yet.
Gotta hit
Wait.
that
Oh, with that
growth
attitude.
spurt. Yeah.
Listen, somebody needs to learn what is it? Enlarge? Yeah.
I mean, I can make it. I can make
Oh
the
my
large
god.
potion.
Akira with an enlarge potion splattered on her.
God.
Insane.
The absolute devastation.
Can't see her head anymore.
What's the weather like up there? She's so tall she can see past the smog.
I don't know about that tall, but
Alright,
that's all I have for potions.
sounds good. Core, you're
I
resting.
mean, that's all I mean. I do have
I'm sleeping.
other potions, but
Core is sleeping. I'll just
spell slots left.
I'll have it that you all kind of convene right at that mark, and yep, the Broznov day ends, and you see that gradual shift of the entire city as the mountain engine kind of starts to die down, and the golden glow that illuminates this unnatural light is fading away, but Broznov's lights start to quickly take over and illuminate and chase out the darkness again. You guys meet up, and if there's any last things to prepare, here's kind of like you're at the meeting table with your little maps and stuff. Unless you guys already did that.
Or walks in with a cup of tea. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning indeed.
Good morning.
Would you guys like a cup of tea before we head out? I brewed from up from the kettle.
might as well.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
And
It doesn't matter.
It's quite strong, so it should keep us all awake for a couple hours at least. Oh, and are these for us? I'll point to the bundle of...
Yes. course, I picked out some things. They're not as... in an attempt to save some money. They're quite flawed, but they should be serviceable.
Oh, they're lovely. I like them quite a bit. Oh, this coat is very nice. Ah, I see the problem here. He points to, like, a really unfortunate stain on the inside of the coat lining. Like, someone spilled, like, coffee while they were making this coat. So, like, it looks fine on the outside, but there's, like, a stain on the satin lining.
Even worse, it's a wine.
Ooh.
Wine stain.
Well, but look, it's a testament to the quality of this material, because look, it didn't soak through at all, so it looks fine.
That vendor did not lie to you.
I think these are the things I was going for. So, Akira, something up there. You have like the brown pants hiked up with like the practical boots.
Ooh,
I was thinking like a coat, like a long coat, turtleneck, like plaid dress for Seiza, and then for Taylor, I like the pants on the third picture because it looks like there's hooks and belts for your tools. But I think the top for the fourth picture suits her a bit better.
Oh, it's cute.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Akira can't wear shoes. Her nails are a little too long for that.
It's okay, they can poke through. But yeah, then barring the shoes, probably that clothes.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
We're very fashionable.
Yeah. Fashionable, but yeah, I can see Akira making some slight modifications to the rigidness of it all. She needs to move.
By all means.
Oh, Core holds up
Despite
the
the flaws.
pants. There's a giant patch on the butt. Oh.
It's just like a slightly off color
That's
too.
That's fine.
These are still probably the nicest clothes that Taylor has owned.
That's
Maybe
not true.
That's
not
Because
true.
we got the outfits from the nightclub. Remember, they let us keep them.
That's true. I did forget about that.
The second nice.
The second nicest.
Second nicest.
The other nice clothes.
We're gonna have so many clothes once this campaign is done.
Oh, that'd be fun.
You thought this was a campaign about making money? No, it's about getting fashionable.
I could imagine Core getting recruited as a model. Like, they're just like, oh, your natural beauty is so charming. And he's just like, what? Are you sure?
Campaign's endgame is being a runway model for Balenciaga.
Like,
By accident.
By accident. Akira ends up becoming the hired by Balenciaga, and that's why she's not in the Realm campaign.
Oh yeah, and then Cora and Seiza just have like so many expensive clothes and stuff, and they're like, where do you get this? How do you afford this? And we're like, oh, they're freebies from Fashion Week. We get invited every year, and you know they just give us the gift bags with the stuff, and then that's where I got this expensive watch, that kind of thing, you know.
benefits of having someone on the inside.
Yeah.
Promise we're not crime lords, we're just really fashionable.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's... Well, I'm rested. Thank you very much for that. I think I've prepared everything. Do we still want to go with our plan as before, or do we just want to go in?
I think I would actually like to just go.
Fair enough. I think that might be for the best.
Alright, well. With everything prepared, your new patchy yet fashionable outfits donned, you make your way over to the Academia. And you arrive to essentially, well, the Academia is actually more dark than the rest of Broznov. In fact, I would say the light pollution is pretty low compared to the rest of the city-state around here. Not to say that there aren't lights. So the collegiate buildings are only have like few windows dotted with lights, while most of them are off. Especially the South University. All of the whole building is just dark because, well, they're not using it. But the remainder of the area is lit with only by only a handful of street lights that aren't too abrasive. They're very soft. And usually many of the little shops that are still operating, and some of the ones that aren't even operating, have oh god, why am I forgetting the light names? Basically not quite Christmas lights, but the little small lights.
Oh, like fairy lights.
Fairy lights, there we go. So, fairy lights, small lanterns, mason jar lanterns specifically, they have a little a wisp of light in a mason jar, and they just kind of have them adorned throughout some of the buildings around the streets. And aside from that, the only other lights really come from actually our Tetsugard, who are still kind of around, but again, they're pretty scarce. But you do regard that as you're kind of going in, that the Tetsugard here are also carrying, at least the couple that you bump into, they're carrying some kind of light, like some kind of lantern on them.
Do we see any civilians with lamps, or do they just sort of go by the street lights?
Many of them are going by the street lights, but you do see some scholars have some sort of light source. Some of them might have a lantern on hand, while others are carrying some kind of gadget that's essentially giving them some sort of light source, either from from their clothing, or they have some sort of little wisp light that's following them, like a dancing light essentially. A few of them have
Would you like to do the honors? It seems that dancing lights is a popular cantrip in this area.
I don't see why not then. Sure.
Just for now, I have to admit that I don't see very well in the dark.
Oh god, I forget if I don't. No, Dragonborn. Oh no, wait, I am a Dragonborn. I have dark vision.
I believe of the group, Core is the only person without dark vision. We've had this problem before. I am a Water Genasi, and Water Genasi do not have dark vision.
No, they do.
They do
Yeah,
not.
usually
So I
Dragonborns do not, but I am looked up.
I'll need to make him
a
some
bit.
potions that allow him to put
yeah,
dark
dark
vision on himself.
Yeah, dark vision. I can cast light, but I
shit.
figured if other people are using dancing lights, then we might as well do the same thing, and we have
Yeah.
20 to use it, so.
Might as well.
Yeah, wouldn't really be considered inappropriate if you did that. So it's a lot of people have little lights.
The way less so while we're getting there, but when we actually get to the museum, I want to keep my eyes out for anyone that might be watching. You know,
Just kind of scan the
Just
area, see
kinda-
if anyone's the heck.
if anyone's being suspicious.
That's yeah, like you, Gucci, you suck. Yeah, you
Yeah, I'm
suck.
sure we're trying to make our way there quite casually, just looking like we're enjoying a nice evening out.
Yeah.
Not in a
Yeah.
rush to get somewhere. Just
But we need to go down
along
a.
after a long day of class.
Yep.
Definitely does. As I recall, there's like a specific street or alleyway that you have to walk down to get to the museum, and that's what I want to. That's where I want to have the or see if anyone's watching.
Yeah. That's fair.
Anything other than a casual observer.
Yeah. It's like someone like a normal pedestrian. If anyone sticks out.
Yeah.
Alright. Go ahead and make a perception.
I'm gonna lean over and brush some of the weird lint off of Taylor's new outfit and cast guidance.
You are guided.
14.
14? So you kind of warily pan around and, not make it too obvious that you're, looking around, but you are looking around, trying to see if anyone is looking your guys' way, or, just kind of like making sure nothing's really sticking out. And it appears all is well. There doesn't seem to be any sign of Sugoku or any potential Yakuza thugs running around.
That's a good start.
Yeah. It's
Plan can continue.
it's fairly evident by the lack of flashiness. They are not around. The lack of like the construction worker flashiness, I guess I should be saying. Nobody run around looking like Anton or Ben Bigger or Coleta.
Alright.
Well, shall we make our way in then?
Yes. That. Yeah, we'll still. If anyone is around the museum, then we might still have to bail, but
Yeah.
hopefully it's clear.
It's mostly clear. There's a pair of Tetsu guard that kind of pass through the alleyway, but you kind of don't really, they're kind of going away from you, and kind of make their way. So there's a patrol that's kind of was nearby, but it looks like that's, they're just finishing out their round and leaving.
Yeah, I just wait for a good opening, and then back down the street.
Yep. And
I'll be leaving down.
you slip on by, and one thing to note as you pass through the long alleyway, that's kind of that kind of leads into that or that long corridor that leads into Zanian's. This is probably the least lit area of this whole place, as the alleyway itself doesn't have any there's no real lights except for maybe an errant window light here or there, and then the corridor that leads into the area where the museum is itself, there's just no lights. So it's just this long basically corridor, but that's just dark.
Laser, do you want to get rid of your lights? I will cast light on probably just like a coin or something. Just like something very small that I could hold out right in front of me to just see the ground.
Okay.
Right in front of me, but I can easily slip it into my pocket. I
Alrighty.
can sort of block the light with my body, so it's not as obvious as the little dancing goblets.
You take out a coin and you illuminate it, and it becomes just a lit up rock, or lit up, well, not rock, but a lit up
I
little
imagine
piece.
it's like a flat coin, so it would be kind of like one of those super tiny little flashlights, right?
Yeah.
tiny thing that you can. It like doesn't light up a lot, but it's enough that I can sort of see a
Yeah.
little bit in front of me.
Won't
I'm not
s-
gonna trip and fall on my
Yeah.
face.
Won't trip over any loose stonework beneath you.
But hopefully won't be too obvious to anyone outside the alley that there's a light in the alley. So.
Yeah. Well, you pass on through, and you enter, or not enter, but you are, well, at the front of the museum. And the museum is dark. There are no lights. Or at least, or at least there is no apparent lights from emanating from any of the windows.
So what's the plan? We're going in the front?
There is only the front, so yeah.
All right. You go.
There's only one way in.
You approach the door, and
I
oh, go ahead.
Yes. I will test the door. See if it's locked.
Well,
I think the rest of us should probably keep our eyes out on the alley in the area while Kayla deals with the door.
I guess in general I want to inspect the door.
well, all right. Go ahead, make a perception.
He
15. Well, there's no fancy lock on it or anything, but it does appear to be, like, locked. There's nothing like, but there's no, it doesn't look like it's locked with anything too high security. And in fact, it looks like a simple, simple trick of any good thieves' tool could probably get you in. The other thing that you kind of regard as you look at these doors, as I kind of mentioned before, the museum doors aren't like solid doors. They're like, they have glass windows on them, so you can kind of look inside. This kind of detail you sort of overlooked before, but now you kind of note. But these glass windows seem to just be kind of like, it's not that there's no light inside, because you try to peer in through the glass. They're just like, they're like blackout. Like, there's like a blackout in front of them. Like, you cannot look through the glass. Something is just essentially just preventing you to actually see, because you'd be like, well, I've got dark vision, I can just look inside, but you just can't actually physically see inside.
or something physical is blocking vision. Okie doke.
Yep. So the glass is not. You can't look through the glass.
Okay. Good to know, because that was gonna be asked if I could look inside, but has been answered.
Yep. And then yep, it's the lock doesn't look like it's a hard. It doesn't look like a lock. It's like one of those lock-picking lawyer videos where it's just like you're using a master lock, 73552. You can unlock it using a master lock 7352. The guy like bashes the lock open. Yeah. It's one of those. It's really easy.
28.
28. Yep. This is easy work for you. And it almost it's just like, man, this is not meant to really stop anyone other than like any unfortunate, really. Like, this was clearly not meant to stop anyone who was determined to get in.
If I was less aware of what was inside, I might be worried. But
yep.
I think it's kind of the point.
Well, yeah, we determined that he probably really wants people to break in. Like, he might as well put a sign up outside that says, "Please break in, please."
Yep. Man's got landing lights to his front door. But yep, surely enough, you effortlessly pop the door open. Yep. Let me go ahead and...
The least amount that I can open it to kind of see what's on inside. Just give it a peek
Oh wait, it's not
before I
here.
fully open.
Okay. You poke your head on in, and oh no, where'd it go? Sorry, I need to like find the stupid map piece that I posted. There we go. So you poke your head in, and the lobby is empty. Most of the museum is dark. However, you can kind of see some dim lights towards the back of the main the main lobby area, like just past the reception where you pay to get in.
Yeah.
But yeah, there appears to be no signs of anyone. Just as you kind of figured from the thing the drunken dwarves mentioned, they don't have anybody in the museum, and yeah, there's no one posted anywhere, and yeah, this place seems kind of devoid of anything or anyone. However, something is off. And this immediately catches your attention, as you notice in the lobby ahead, past everything, the large statue in the middle of the lobby is gone.
Okay. Alrighty. Did the hallways seem big enough to fit a statue of that size?
I
wasn't imagining them to be very big, but like...
They don't seem... I mean, considering the thing itself was like 10, 12 feet tall, probably not.
So maybe it's nearby. You think we'd be able to hear it if it was moving around, though, if it was nearby.
Yeah.
That thing is in bad state.
Oh.
Looking up on us.
Ooh, I just had a terrible idea. What if it's gone down? What if it can, like, what if there's like a way for it to go up and down, and it's down right now in the room below because the crown was in a room like right below there, right?
I mean, maybe, yeah.
We have to see what we got.
I'd prefer that over it randomly coming up from somewhere.
That's true. Though I think we would
If
hear
it becomes a
something
problem,
that,
I'd like it to be a problem underground.
Something that big. Hopefully, we'd be able to hear it coming.
Some trickery with like silence.
Yeah, like a I guess that would be an interesting thing to do, right? A localized silence spell that moves.
I mean,
Terrifying.
no, I was thinking it is in the works eventually to make some actually silenced ammunition for my pistol. So I'm sure somebody could figure out how to make a statue completely silent.
Well, we'll get there when we get there. How long have we been... I have a question. How long do you think we've been waiting outside the museum?
Into that mode?
Yeah.
We literally just showed up. We've just been describing. Like,
I was just seeing
I don't
if
think-
there was going to be enough time for me to like ritually cast something, but if not, we'll just go in. I don't want us to sit out here any longer than we have to.
I mean, I imagine
don't
it'd probably
think-
take you a few minutes to get the door open, but probably not too long.
Yeah, sure. No worries. Let's get in then.
if I put any, just kind of like, I'm sure that's part of it. 4, also as a reminder because it has been a little bit, the music box and the light thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Did you have to get kind of close to those two to make them start doing their thing?
You definitely had to approach them.
Okay.
Definitely had to approach them. And for brevity's
So you
sake,
could
they
feasibly
are
stand-
also, like, near the entrances of both hallways, respectively.
Yeah, I figured they'd be a problem. But we could feasibly stand next to the entrance doors and not trigger them.
No, they won't. Like, you guys, I'm assuming if you guys are going in, you'll be, like, in the little, like, receiving area where you know, they're the reception, yeah. The front desk, essentially.
Okay.
They won't go off until, like, you start approaching the other hallways.
Yeah, alright. I would like to pull them inside then, now that I have the door open. And with the windows blocked out, that kind of makes things a little bit easier for us since we don't have to worry about
Yeah,
people,
Mhm.
like,
I'll
peeking
have
in.
Core be the
Actually-
last person to go in, because what I want to do is I always have my little sketchbook and notebook with me. I'm gonna carefully tear a little strip of paper rather long. I'm gonna close it in the door at the top, so that if someone else opens this door, that piece of paper will fall out, and next time we're here, we'll know if someone came in or not.
If we see it on the
Yeah.
ground.
If it's
That
not
is
in
good.
the place where we put it, right?
Yes.
Because there's a chance people could come through here while we're doing the heist, and we don't know that they've come in. So this way we will know for sure if someone has followed us in.
I should have made an alarm device. That's okay. I'll do that in the future.
On our next heist, because obviously we're gonna keep doing this.
Oh my god.
Exactly.
Hey, it might be nice to just have.
The Duke might ask you to steal something else.
No.
Hope not.
More crime. Yippee.
Once they're inside, the door is closed with a piece of paper. I'm just gonna point to the empty spot. I assume you can see the issue that we're having.
That is a problem. You know, there is a solution for this problem, though. If you think it's important for us to know where the statue is. I could find it right now.
I'm assuming it's gonna be hard to miss if we move forward, so...
I would prefer to save things as much as possible, but if we begin to get worried about it, at a moment's notice, just tell me and I can find it. Same as I found the crown. We can know where it
Keep
is.
that in mind.
Or at least we can know if it's within like 1,000 feet of us or something like
I
that.
flew to space.
We will keep that in the back pocket if we need it.
Of course.
Hopefully, it should not be a great surprise for it to show up somewhere, but can we see the exit hallway from where we are?
You can take a peek to the hallway on the left.
Yeah, the left hallway.
Yeah, you can take a peek, and you do see quite a bit of it. And of the details, you do know that there's the floor, or you do notice the floor is still moving, rapidly so.
How do you think we should go about moving around in the dark? Should we have our dear Seiza cast her lights again?
Doesn't really matter how that we do it, considering all the windows are blackened, so...
Yeah, the only risk would be, I guess, if the other group is in here, we wouldn't be able to sneak around as much, but I'm going to be honest, I can't see anything. It's very dark. Also, the benefit of the dancing lights is we can spread them out if we need to. Because even dark vision has limits. but I believe dancing lights you can do like 120 feet of coverage if you like spread them all out. So, dear Seiza, if you wouldn't mind. What color do you make your lights?
As much
Poor
as I want to
question.
flavor it, we probably should just be practical and have it. Be
Oh
like
yeah,
white.
that's fair.
Yeah.
White. I was like,
Everything's
I'm
pink now.
like thinking like what would be like the best color for it, but I don't know.
No.
White is fine.
Okay.
Dancing
well,
lights are now black.
Oh,
No, not the black light dancing. Oh god, I don't want to see what this place looks like under a black light.
God, understandable.
awful.
Well, we're following your lead here. Taylor, you're the boss.
Yep, party what do.
Is it possible for us to inch to that exit hallway without getting too close to the...
I think we need to deal with one of them, which will be the music box. The music box is on the left side.
Yep. The light, the light is on the left side, and the music box is on the right side.
I got it mixed up.
Yeah. So the entrance has the music box. The exit point has the light.
Okay. Okay, we're going to need Seiza's darkness then.
Oh, no, we can't have the big spikes. That's okay. I can cast light.
Dancing lights is not as good. It's 10 feet and then 4 lights.
Yeah, but you can spread them out really long.
Yeah, but they'd still only cover 40.
No, I mean, I think you can do it like really long.
It's 4 lights, 10 feet.
Yeah, but you can spread them out up to...
You can put them at different points, yeah.
Yeah.
Most people I see use them is that, like, because 10 feet is pretty big for light, so, like, you put, like...
Oh, radius.
Once-
Jesus. Okay, yeah.
You put, like, 160 feet ahead of you, and then, like, 130 feet ahead of you, then you have one with you, and then you have, like, one behind.
Sorry.
So, like,
I
you
thought
sort of,
I
like,
thought it was
chain them all
diameter
out.
for some reason. Yeah. No, that makes sense. But yeah. Either way. And
Or we'll just have to
It
use
is
his flashlight.
Yeah, I'll just... No, I'm gonna cast it on something else this time, because we don't need to be quite as stealthy. I was worried about the light showing up in the alley before. I'll just cast it, like, on something. Have a dagger. Oh, I'll just cast it on my holy symbol.
Wait, you're trying to cast darkness and you're going to try to cast light? Is that
No,
correct?
I'm just casting light on an object for me to have because it's dark. Because Seiza
And we
cannot
won't be
concentrate
passing.
on dancing lights and
We won't be passing into the darkness sphere.
yeah.
Okay, fair
We'll
enough.
be able to position it so that it only, like, behind, away from us.
Yeah.
You just need to make sure only the orb, the thing that lights up is in darkness, so that, because it seems to be triggering off of movement.
Yeah.
No.
Let's do that.
And yeah, we probably can just...
But
Oh, but you can... Okay, but
I-
Seiza can only cast that one time, right?
Yes.
yes.
So...
And levitate might avoid it as well, but without knowing specifically how this operates. Like, it might actually be okay if it just lights up and doesn't trigger anything else.
Yeah. On the way
Just trying
back,
to be
though,
safe and make sure nothing else gets triggered.
Hmm.
Just want to try and be as safe as we can.
we may just have to dash forward on the way back out, though, because that means that if we're in here for what, longer than how... I don't know how long darkness lasts, but if we're in here longer than that, it won't be up.
I feel like it's 10 minutes.
It is 10 minutes.
It'll
I'm
probably
aware of
take
that.
us more than 10 minutes. Well, but then once we have the crown, we just rush. We just go for it, right?
Yeah.
Gun for the exit as fast as possible.
Pretty much.
I might be able to cheese it a little bit too. I have a free use of Misty Step every day. I could maybe Misty Step past the trap and just get to the doors, fling them open, and then you guys just run for it. But
Yeah,
we'll deal with that problem when we get to it.
Alright.
For leader, us.
Problems for
Still
leader.
The crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Party, what do?
Or get the flashlight.
So core.
Getting a flashlight.
I cast it on my little amulet, so I have a light.
All right. So
And that way
core,
I can
you
easily
create a.
tuck it away if we need to.
Sounds good. So core, you create your own amulet light, and then say so you were doing darkness.
Yes.
All right. The
Saying it so that we can still like
Inch by
get
without
to
going
the left
in.
hallway.
Yep.
Just to make sure that when that light is triggered, it won't do anything.
All right. So, yep. The little cloud of darkness envelops the case, and you guys start making your way towards that towards that hallway. Yeah.
Yes, the left hallway.
Yep. And just as intended, as you approach and walk near the case, no light seems to escape from that darkness that Seiza cast.
It would suck if we turned out that it was like a really high level light spell that dispels darkness. We're like,
It's daylight, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, but we would have known immediately, probably.
would
It would dispel it.
From the
wrong
thing,
it
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem with dispelling, I thought about dispelling these things. They're in a case. We'd have to break the case. I think I have
Yeah.
to touch them.
Yeah.
I'm actually really glad that it ended up being that the light thing is on the left hand side because it made things a lot simpler. Mixing it up in my head made it more complicated. Because needing to cast silence and levitate, but I don't need to worry about silence right now. So
Nope. There is
Alright,
the
so we get
floor.
to the left hallway.
Yep. The floor is moving rather rapidly. Something you also kind of note as your attention kind of goes towards the hallway now. The floor is moving, of course, at its expeditious rate as it's trying to, as it tries to send any of the museum enjoyers normally on their way out in an expeditious way. Now acts as a bit of a barrier for you. Additionally, something else is kind of afoot here. As you kind of look down the hall, something you kind of note is on the exit, the statue is usually looking towards the customers, I'll just say customers, the customers or visitors as they're leaving. Now the statue's facing towards you guys, towards the exit.
Alright.
I don't like that.
This is why I was gonna send Akira.
Hello.
So, I don't know if we're gonna be able to sneak past that thing when we're levitating over.
Yeah.
We also grab that.
And honestly, I probably don't even need the levitation. I could probably bypass that whole thing because I have climbing speed. The only problem with that,
The walls.
yeah, pretty much.
But
Probably
it's
even
not-
the ceiling.
It's not spider climb. It's a climbing speed. It doesn't mean you can stick to the walls like a gecko. It just means you can climb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. And probably for any sort of like check, and it would damage the walls even if I could do it. So
I mean, I'm still gonna need to cast levitate, so. Is Akira ready to fly? And see what happens when you get near that statue? 'Cause
she doesn't like
might
the
need
flying
light.
part, but
I'm gonna. I'm gonna pull one of the packets of seeds I bought earlier out of my pocket. I'm gonna cast Druidcraft and just like grow like this long little vine. And I'm gonna hand it to Akira. I know this doesn't make sense right now, but it might be useful later. Can you hold on to this for me?
Okay.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna smack the side of her arm in a friendly manner and cast guidance on her. Go get him, kiddo.
Alright,
Go get him, kiddo. Yep.
Preference.
Levitate.
You know what? Funny, I just read it. So, Kel, it does say you can claim a climbing speed equal to 40 feet. You can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without needing to make an ability check.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Then you can. You could.
Yep. Who wants to see a giant dragonborn just scuttle along the wall at breakneck speed?
You'll just Spider-Man your way over there. Though there would still be a check, but, you know. Right? There's still a check?
Not for climbing. Nope.
Oh.
It says specifically I can climb without making a check.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yep. I gecko my way over.
yeah. You, gecko your way over. Do you make your way towards the statue then, or?
Yep. Because, well, it's staring, so.
It's staring at you.
Gecko climbing my way over to it.
Yep. As you climb your way over, you kind of take note that this statue isn't just oriented towards you guys. You get closer, and it becomes very apparent it's actually just straight looking at you. And as you get closer towards it, you can see it slightly orient its head to look at you specifically, Akira. And as you get close enough, it goes from its friendly little wave to it starts to move, and its little like frozen waving pose kind of changes, and you can see it reaching with both hands for its spear.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's about expected. Yeah. I wonder if she would be on the opposite wall. So she's just like, what are you gonna do? Go on this long thing? I mean, obviously you can throw a spear, but yeah.
It's a pretty long spear. He can reach.
Yeah, fair enough.
You think if we obscured its vision, it would stop, or it would just like freak out?
And start stabbing everything.
I don't know, but, well, I'm ready. If it's ready.
I mean, do you want to continue going towards it and fight it, or?
I mean, what else choice do I got?
We gotta get in there.
All right. Roll initiative.
Oh shit. Here's a reminder, I don't have any of my combat spells on me today.
It's okay.
So...
I am okay. Probably, right, I keep forgetting. I have this bot. I keep forgetting.
Oh, and I got a natural 20 on my initiative.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
I
Can
can't
we
do
trade?
shit! I didn't bring, like, any combat things.
It's okay. I mostly need it to, like, get out of the way anyway.
Oh, the range is 100.
High five, Caesar. Taylor.
Oh, maybe the natural is the best possible thing.
Okay. What were you guys' initiative?
23 for core.
Jeez.
19.
I got 20.
And then 9 for both me and Taylor.
Oh, it looks like it's gonna be, it's gonna be Core, Seiza, the statue, and then, yeah, the
Two of us,
statue.
yeah.
Yeah, then you two,
Which one
Taylor.
of you has
Fine.
higher dex? Taylor, right?
Taylor does, yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Cole, you're up. This statue appears to be threatening your friend Akira. It is about 40 feet away from you.
Oh, 40 feet away.
Yeah. As you guys are like at the lip of the entrance.
I don't know. I do not know. We know these statues are magic, correct? That's how we assume that they're moving with some kind of enchantment.
Yeah, they're similar to like a construct where there's some sort of like magic device that gives them the.
Probably better to call them animated.
Yeah, they're more animated. Magic animates these things.
Yeah.
Choose one creature, object, or magical effect. Should I try it? I'm thinking about dispel magic.
If you want to use that already.
It's a 3rd level, which is pretty big, but it would end this fight. Hopefully immediately. Like, right? Like, that would be the end. I would hope.
You would hope.
I don't know what weapon spell this thing operates on, and I can only cast it at 3rd level. I might have to roll for it. Can I make a Arcana check to see if, based on all of our times through the museum, if I can understand if it would be possible for me to dispel all the magic on this construct?
I'm looking at. Let's see. Trying to, because I'm looking at this as well. I'm like, this is an interesting situation, actually.
I gotta beer me real quick to take care of something.
So I'm like, I decided to kind of look around and okay, so this is not a, this is a homebrew spell. So I'm gonna say, because I wanted to see, like, can you actually dispel, like, use dispel magic to like disable or like turn off an animated construct?
If you can dispel magical items, think about it that way. If you could make it a magical item, dispel magic can work. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jewel
But these aren't really items. These are like constructs. Like
Construct.
yeah, they're a
But
construct.
they're made with spells, so you could technically dispel the...
cool.
Or like Pathfinder, which has like different rules for its dispel magic than 5e does.
Choose one creature,
Yeah.
object, or magical effect within range. If you consider any of that to be part of this construct, it will dispel it. Assuming that you make the check if it's 4th level or higher. How about say this is a your call sort of switch?
Yeah, this is kind of a rule 0 sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause
what
that's
you
all the
do,
spell says.
what you can probably do is for this, you could attempt to make you can force with your dispel magic, you can force a, because this thing's a smaller, like little guy, but you can attempt to force a check, let's say a will check, and if it if it succeeds, it gets disadvantage. If it fails, it gets paralyzed.
What would that be worth?
Yeah, a 3rd level spell slot. I don't think so.
I don't think
I'm
so.
back.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Just let Akira whack it. Could have whacked anything in like 3 sessions.
Yeah, but I
4
bet it
sessions.
takes like half damage from like physical. Yeah. And I really didn't think we were gonna fight this soon. I really didn't pack like anything.
It's okay.
That's what Akira's here for.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I'm just trying to think if there's literally anything useful I can do with my turn at all. Let's see. Not really! This is awkward. So how does it move? Like, can it get on a conveyor belt?
It can apparently reach me from across the
I
things,
see.
though. It
Yeah.
won't need to move.
It is fixed onto the pedestal it's standing on. But
Got reach.
it has reach. It can basically reach and hit the other side of the hall.
Do we think we could get into the door behind it? Because the door is behind the statue, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we need to be making our way that way anyways.
Wait, so I can get a lay of this. Is the conveyor belt going against us right now?
Yes.
Yeah, that's our problem. It's
we
going.
can't-
Yeah, the only way we could go in is we need Taylor to float us, airlift us
Yeah.
in.
So there's nothing I can do with my turn either.
Yeah, we're
Unless
gonna
I
have to wait. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for Taylor's turn, and Taylor's gonna have to airlift us in while Akira distracts.
You
us.
might have some random climbing shit too, because you're a monk.
I can step with the wind and jump over there, but it's like I don't want to waste a key point.
It's 40
Fair
feet
enough.
away, so that means it's 40 feet to the door.
Yep, pretty much.
It's 40 feet away.
I really don't want to.
That's how far the statue is.
Yep.
And how far it can reach, apparently.
No, it can't reach all the way from there. What I'm saying is it can reach like from its side of its wall to the other wall. So if you like,
Really
yeah.
long spear.
No, it doesn't have a 40-foot reach. It has like a 10-foot reach. It can touch the other wall. God, could you imagine if he could just reach out and just smack you guys from where it's standing?
That would be concerning.
How about do we approve of creative uses of spells? Is that a possibility?
Yeah.
So I have spike growth. What if can I use spike growth to temporarily like slow the conveyor belt? Like I don't even want it. I don't even care if it. I don't want to do any damage to the statue. I just want to temporarily like slow the conveyor belt.
Try and gum up the gears.
Yeah, give us a round or two where it's a little bit like slow,
Sure.
and then I'm sure it's strong enough that after that it would just like destroy all the vines and like make it go. So I'll do that. I'll cast spike growth on the conveyor belt to try to give us. It's only 20 feet, so I'll do it like 10 feet ahead of us, so that it's like right in the middle between us and the statue. So like we have like a landing pad, basically. Jump.
So
Have a landing pad. Jump again.
I rolled a die. What I'll do is with your spike growth, I'm assuming you're gonna commit to this, yeah?
Yes.
So you
I
cast your
cast
spike
it.
growth, and as you see the vegetation sort of fill the gears underneath, you kind of see the conveyor belt sort of get a little bumpy a bit from the sudden vegetation kind of filling it up. You can hear the whine and crunch of gears just slowing to a halt. You have about 3 rounds of the floor just being completely stopped. After that, the floors will slowly start to move again. So you can kind of gauge it. It'll start to kind of slowly move again, but it will only move you it's gonna move very slowly. So it'll only like bump you like at the end of your turn. It just shifts you 5 feet.
Okay, great. Well, we have 2 rounds to get into the door.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
3
let's
rounds,
go,
but
let's
yeah.
go.
Or at least get.
So you have 3 rounds
That
where
should be
this
fun.
thing doesn't work.
I will use my full speed to go 30 feet. It puts me in danger, but I need to get through the door.
Yep.
So
Puts you in smacking distance of the statue.
I will pull out my little shield from within my silly little artist's portfolio disguise and brace up.
All right.
That will be my turn.
So then it goes to Seiza. Core has gummed up the floor's automated conveyor belt system, and the statue is posing to threaten Akira.
I definitely will get there.
Mhm.
Not sure what to do when I get there.
Punch the statue.
I mean, you can go really fast, right?
No, I can get there in 1 turn. Yeah, 40 feet.
Monks can walk faster than most people can run.
I mean, if you wanted, you could dash ahead and let us know if there's a way to get down the hole, right?
Wait, is our plan to just avoid the statue and just?
I think
down?
the best thing to do here is because I'm not very combat oriented. I don't think we want to be taking a bunch of hits right now. We just have Akira try to tank for a round or 2 while the rest of us just get in the door, and then we just yank Akira in and we go down the hole. And then we figure out how to have to figure out another plan for the way out, but
I mean, this is why I brought levitate. If I need to float people up, we can do that.
Okay.
And I mean, hey, now we know Akira can just climb down that hole,
Yeah.
which is
And all-
actually very
All down
handy.
now.
Yep.
so the problem will be
yeah.
Kayla and I. Let's be fair, I like rope, so
What's funny is I could technically change it, but a swim speed was not gonna help us.
Mhm.
mean, having a swim speed is incredible.
Yeah, right now it's not a very good choice.
Well,
Easy,
I ca-
swim through the air.
I cast tidal wave on us.
If I move 40 feet, can I? How far away is the hole?
How far is the
I
hole?
think it's a bit further back, right?
The hall?
In the door,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So to go further past the statue, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's gonna be basically like another 50 feet after you pass the statue.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's it's 100 foot long, basically like a slide essentially.
Wait, I thought the door was right behind the statue.
Oh, you mean the door behind the statue? Oh no,
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
the statue
so
itself
it's-
was
it's
40.
feet to the door, and then
Yeah.
how far is it from the door to the hole? That's 50 feet.
Oh, from the door itself? Sorry, I got my stuff all jumbled up. My bad.
No worries.
That you meant like the far side of the hallway.
No, we just want to go in that door with a secret entrance to the hole.
So behind that statue, behind the statue is a brick wall, but the rest of the wall. But behind that statue, from there, it's about 5. So it's about 40 feet to basically reach the other door.
Does that get in the
So-
door?
It doesn't look very apparent that there is a door behind the statue. It looks like there's just a wall there.
Well, we know there's something behind
Yeah, it's a secret door.
Oh no, what's the secret?
That's yeah. You'll have to find a way to open the door while avoid getting beat up by this thing.
David, you feel like punching a wall.
Well, I can't. I need another 40 feet to get there, right?
No, it's 40 feet to the statue and the wall from where we started, right?
Yep. So from
yeah,
from
so I
the
think
I can just go to the wall.
yeah, so you would have to walk up to the statue and then like basically open up the wall behind behind that statue. And then from that point it's another 40
You know
feet.
what? I just had the craziest idea. You haven't used your action yet, right?
No, haven't.
Can you patient defense and then get the statue to take a swing at you with that giant ass spear and have it break the wall down?
Kind of like locked on. Oh.
Insult his mother or something. I don't know.
Insult his mother.
It tells me I won't care too much.
That's fair.
I'll
Insulted.
try.
Insult Zanian? I don't know.
It's alright. I'll try two things. One, go to the wall and just fuck it. And just Breath of the Dragon it.
Breath of the Dragon the wall. Yes.
Yeah. Think. Yeah. Fire might not be a good idea.
What is it, like brick?
Yeah, it's a physical wall. It's a physical solid wall.
Is there like an acid one?
There is. Yeah.
I wouldn't waste it on acid because I can just do that.
Well, I mean, we might need multiple anyway, so.
Sure.
It's not. So
I'm
maybe
just
try acid. I don't
throwing
like
things
firewood.
at the wall, I
Firewood
don't know.
work. Brick
Fire
is
would
like
work. Yeah.
would not work on brick. So
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, I'll do that then. I'll do acid breath.
So gonna acid on the wall.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. How would? You. It's not an attack, is it? It's just a straight up breath. So the thing just gets hit automatically.
It's probably a DC, but I don't know how much of a DC a wall can
A
be.
wall make
A
a
wall,
dex
a
save.
wall automatically fails. So yeah, just roll damage.
good news, it's not a mimic. It can't save on your breath attack.
Yep.
Who expected the wall to be a mimic?
The DM is like,
Well, the wall on the
I
opposite
need
side
to
is
roll a
actually a
dex save
mimic.
for the wall.
Oh,
Oh,
thanks
ah.
for letting us know, Bob. Alright, we're gonna
Oh,
send
write that
Kayla
down.
first. Holy
Wow.
You're
that's
the
the mimic.
sacrifice.
You're the sacrifice.
It's two martial dice. It's
Or maybe you can at least weaken it so Akira can punch through it easier.
yeah. It's 5.
Yeah, just roll damage.
Yeah.
Got
Yep.
5
Oh,
acid.
you.
5 acid. Okay. Yeah, the wall isn't destroyed, but it definitely is showing signs of give behind the statue.
Can I see stuff on the other side? Is it like cracking?
There's some small cracks.
If it's giving out, I'm gonna use my bonus action to punch this.
Just gonna punch the wall.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
You gotta punch a wall.
strike the wall. And then this one is an attack roll.
Yeah.
24?
Yeah.
You hit the wall. A wall does have an actually
Yeah.
significant AC.
Oh well, I was gonna say, I guess.
Yeah, it's to make up for toughness. And then roll damage.
No. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay. It's still holding on, but it's definitely looked like it's kind of it could probably crumble in a few more hits like that, or another hit like that will probably crumble.
Yeah. I'd make up for every time I punched him.
Core just standing 10 feet away, like, say so. What does that even? Do we need to talk about this?
It's fine, it's fine.
If you say
You're,
so, I duck back behind my shield.
Yeah,
Yippee! When's my turn?
It's the statues.
First time.
It is
Yeah.
the statue's turn. Yep, and the statue's gonna swing at Seiza, since you're the closest.
Oh,
fair.
it turns around. It's like, oh no!
Well, I mean, you're
no,
attacking the
no.
wall. You're attacking the wall behind it, so
I hope it will hit the wall. That would be great. Can it break the wall for us? That was our plan.
Hey,
Nope.
be a pal.
Just dodge it and then boom, wall gets hit.
what is your AC?
19.
19. Okay.
I need to be a monk.
Its first attack misses, and it's gonna swing again. Second attack will hit.
I feel like I should save this for something.
And it deals 10 damage back to you. It's whack as it strikes you with its spear, or lunges its spear at you. All right.
If I had a nickel for every time I got stabbed by a spit.
Core peeking out from the shield. Again? How many nickels do you have?
Not enough.
10 damage is not too bad. Walk it
Yeah.
off. Gee.
All right.
Lock it off.
Goes to Taylor, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
It goes to Taylor. Yeah. Oh,
Taylor! You.
Well, nothing really to it. I will move my 25 feet, and then dash as a bonus action, so I can get up to the wall. And it has. I can't remember if I had actually mentioned it when we first started, but I figured that I would have. But regardless, it's been a bit. Ayla's short sword has like a knuckle duster guard.
mhm.
Right? It's got like a reinforced knuckle guard. She's just gonna punch the wall with it. I'm essentially attacking the sword with my short sword, but you know.
Okay. So you're gonna make the 40-foot move and
Hitting it with the blade. Yeah,
So
I'm
move
attacking
up.
the wall.
you can do the 40-foot step up and then strike.
Yes,
Yeah,
as
she's
with
a
my bonus
rogue,
action, I
so
can move
bonus.
50.
Ah, nice. Yes.
And
Dash.
Dash as a
Yeah.
bonus.
I do have to use my bonus action. I can't just run up to it. I'm not that fast. Oh, to not need to use an action to run 40 feet. But I can get up there regardless.
I love rope.
I will try and assist in breaking down this wall. So I will make my attack.
Sounds good.
Punching the wall.
Yippee! This is not usually how Taylor breaks and enters, but
We all
Some-
have our different
We
We
styles
get a
of
little
breaking.
creative. We gotta get a little creative.
no,
No?
no.
No.
Uh-oh. What did you roll?
That is a natural one for an 8.
Oh, yeah, that's it. You...
Not a good hit.
You strike a hard point on the wall. And, you, take 1 point of damage for hurting your hand.
Ow.
That's your nat 1 for it. I feel that's appropriate.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Punching the wall is a number.
This is why Taylor doesn't do this. That's why she likes to pick one. There's a wall, she goes around it. Unfortunately can't. Oh,
Yeah,
that's my turn.
unfortunately, not that. Yeah.
Not
Not today. Again.
Akira, can you help us out,
It's
please?
Akira next.
Of course. First, I would like to rage
Whoa.
because it gives me extra damage. Yeah. And she's just gonna basically just jump over the statue to just use her body as a fucking battering ram. Yippee!
Body slam it.
A body slam.
I feel like this is pretty reckless, right?
Yeah, go
Yeah, I
ahead.
think so.
Almost like
You're
a
just
reckless attack.
Jumping right into it.
Yeah. Yippee!
Taylor's doing a freaking
Oh,
wrestling
God,
move on the wall right now.
And then Akira just wham. Now I gotta
Right.
figure out
Or
what
has the
my
shield up to protect herself from the statue, but also the brick blowback that's gonna happen when Akira like belly flops into it.
yeah, pretty much. All right, there we go. I get the rage. But I have to change it from not a tail attack to. I want the other one. She's gonna do the claw because that makes sense.
Alright, and you're swinging at the wall?
Yep, swinging at the wall. I
Alright,
have to
strike
figure
the
out
wall.
what my yeah, strike the wall. I believe. Oh god, it's been so long. It's proficiency plus strength, so that'll be a +8. Okay, a 30-20.
Dirty 20, that will
You know, just
strike
in case I
the...
crit the wall, right?
You hit the wall.
I hit the wall.
Safely.
Pause the. I accidentally rolled on the other thing. And I deal 9 slashing damage, technically. 9 slashing. Even though
9
I'm barreling
slashing.
through a wall, or attempting to.
As you slam into the wall, you definitely leave an impactful dent in this thing, and it is barely holding on.
I got a second attack!
Strike one more time. Literally, if you hit, you'll do enough. You put it to like two health.
Oh
Yeah. Oh yeah, with my double 17s, I definitely will.
Yep. So you just slam through this
Yeah,
wall.
Oh, that is max damage of 13. Like
Yep.
slam through the wall.
So the chunk of the wall behind the statue, like falls apart, and the statue itself, while kind of sort of attached to said wall, kind of wobbles a bit, but still holds firm and is, for the most part, kind of blocking you guys. But you can get past it, just at the risk of, well, it taking swipes at you guys.
Yeah. I will. Well, I have a third attack, so I might as well swipe at it, right?
Feel free to punch the statue.
I will backhand it with a 28. Wait, no, sorry, not 28, 26. I can't math.
That'll still hit.
And it'll be minimum damage at a 8 slashing.
Okay. It did take it at a reduced damage.
That's alright. This is more of a, you know, a parting gift. And because if I remember how reactions work, they get it at the start of their turn, not the start of the round, correct?
Yeah.
I will.
Actions are essentially refreshed at the start of that creature's turn.
Yeah. All right. I will rush ahead. Actually, I should have asked. How
That'll
much
provoke attack of
from the
opportunity.
wall I was at? Oh, it gotta be 10 feet, right? To
You
get
were-
to it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you were like pretty much within 10 feet of the statue when it started to react.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will go 30 feet while provoking its opportunity attack.
Okay. And then the statue will swipe. What's your AC?
Yay. The 17.
It misses. You basically punt it and it tries to retaliate, but you just kind of slip past.
I'm a leader.
Just like you just slug it, and it like its head kind of slightly spins, and as it tries to correct and swing, you just kind of duck the spear and just waltz on past. You know what? Let me actually make a new, better picture for this. Hold on.
Yeah, because now we're past the wall, so we can pour it going into the little hidden area with the door. But...
Yeah, because now it feels appropriate to actually show you the full room. Since you guys pretty much know the layout of this particular section. Let me go ahead and just screen grab it real quick. Let me also throw this up here as well. Boom! And then just drop it in here as well. Here you guys go. So yeah, so there's the statue. You guys are right there, and then behind the statue is just a big shaft, essentially.
I will make my way there, but I only have 40 feet of movement.
Yeah, so you
That's
just stop
good.
short of the hole.
Yeah.
Some of us have less than that. Some of us really have less than that. So...
Yep. But yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Back up top. Core.
It's my turn! I see that the wall has been smashed.
Yep.
Strong as always. Thank you, everyone. I will run 30 feet, which is my movement. I will look up respectfully. Well, I'll run, I guess it's the 10 feet, look up respectfully at the statue, say, I'm very sorry, this is not personal. Run 20 feet, which is the rest of my movement, and then dash 30 feet. So
Yep.
it was 10 feet to get to the statue, then 20 feet past that, and then 30 feet. Does that get me to the hole? 'Cause that's
You're at the
20
hole.
feet in the
Yeah.
hallway?
Yeah, you reach the hole. At this point, I think like once the statue acts again, it'll just like try and attack again. But it can't chase you, so
Yeah.
it's fixed to its spot.
Yeah, I mean, I'll look back just in case I need to intervene on my friends' behalves, but I'm here now, so that would be my
Yep.
turn.
Rock step.
So you
I don't really have bonus action things I can do, so I'm here.
Yep.
Wait,
Hmm?
I can channel. Wait, is this a bonus action? Oh yes. So we discussed this a long time ago, but because of my cleric subclass, nature cleric, my channel divinities are not very good, so I took the optional channel divinity that lets me regain spell slots.
Oh, okay.
So I will use one channel divinity to regain a second level spell slot, which was what I used on Spike Growth as my bonus action.
Sounds good. Oh shit! I dropped one of my dice. Ah! Oh, I think I see it. Yeah, got it.
Oh, yep, that's my turn.
All right. You do your thing, and now you are on the other side with Akira. Seiza, it is your turn.
Are we all good?
I think we're good. Come on through.
I will also approach the hole. Can I peer down the hole?
Probably. Yeah. Can we look down the hole?
It's a long drop.
Ooh.
As I mentioned before, it's about a 60-foot drop. It was because 50 foot. The crown was 50 feet above you. It's pretty much like the extra 10 feet. It's just the whole, like, as you kind of peer over the side, it's a far drop. Actually, you're. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I do have this, and I'll distribute my rope. We'll have to discuss it when Taylor gets here, but how many times can she use that spell? Because I think it's going to be easier for us to get down the old-fashioned way than it is to get up the old-fashioned way.
If just for players at least, levitate is a concentration spell, and I can just target things.
Mhm.
Yeah, but
I
how
can
long
move
does it
them with my
last?
action. The last 10 minutes.
Yeah, but what happens if we get into a fight and you lose concentration?
I have a second one.
Okay, then that's all we need to know. You have a second one. That's good.
That's why I have two.
I was worried that maybe you only had one, because if we only had one, I was like,
No.
things happen to concentration spells sometimes.
Yeah, I'm hoping that there is a way out that doesn't require us to come up this hole again, but just in case I do have a second levitate.
Yeah, you think there
Also
must
could
be, right? Like,
right? Yeah.
this would be a terrible exhibit entrance, unless they're like planning on putting like an elevator in this shaft or something. But then they have to redo the entire conveyor belt thing.
Yeah. I don't know. That's what. But yeah,
Alright.
that is why I have two.
It's okay. They
perfect
won't
then.
need the.
Also, for more clarity about how the spell works, while I can use my action to move a creature like 20 feet, you can also essentially use your own movement to pull you along.
I see, yeah.
Like, I just levitate you and put you somewhere, and then from there you can use your movement to,
Keep
as
going.
you normally would, as long as you have something you can grab onto. So, essentially, I put you next to the wall of the hole, and you get a climbing speed for the as long as I'm levitating you. It's essentially how it's working.
Okay.
So it won't take 3 turns to put someone down there. You'll be able to,
Keep going.
like,
we
you
could
know,
use
yeah.
we could use our movement
If
and
you-
like dash.
If you move and dash, then everyone can get down there in a turn, except for Taylor, who has to take 2 turns.
Mhm.
But I can also just move 20 feet. Actually, let me look at the word. I think I can just move 20 feet, and then I can move. So I could actually get in one turn. And I'm not worried about Akira, because she just gets a climbing speed. So
Yeah, she can just climb down
It's
with
true.
one of us.
Yep,
she could carry someone.
it's true. Somebody climb on my back and like gecko my way down.
I mean,
Mhm.
it could be
Like-
Taylor, who is
Yeah.
then floating one of us down.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This feels like the gnome hand trick of just like mage hand yourself as a tiny gnome.
Oh yeah. Big beach hand.
Big bee hand.
For copyright reasons,
Cat-
Scanlan's hand.
Oh right, Scanlan's hand.
I mean, if I get reduced, I might be able to do that. Make myself small and then just use mage hand to carry me.
Oh yeah, because
Aw.
mage hand can only lift like 20 pounds.
Yeah.
It's actually not that strong.
Carries you like that fucking hand can carry you in
Yeah.
14, that mount. The hand
Oh.
mount.
Like a sad
Oh,
cat.
Oh.
up by the scruff.
Yeah. Or like how Lavi does carries Boros. Kidding, she doesn't carry him like that.
That's our doctor. Be nice.
Yeah. Very.
I think it's It's Statue's turn though. Unless Caesar wants to do
Good.
something.
No, I'm
Don't-
thinking about the whole. Yeah. I don't want to. I can slow fall, but not that much.
Sorry, Taylor, we left you alone.
Yeah, no.
At least we left
I
the
was-
rogue there. Who can?
Cunning action disengage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But it still gets around. It still gets to go right now.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
it will go. So,
Yeah.
meaning that Taylor will have to deal with you know, fighting it on the way through.
It's okay.
I believe in you.
Me too.
So wait,
I'm
sorry.
50 feet away from the statue.
Seiza, you passed through the hall, yeah, and you're on the other side as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all three of us except for so Core, Akira, and Seiza are all standing next to the hole, waiting for Taylor, who's next to the statue still.
Which means the
Yeah.
pretty much it's the statue goes and can only attack Taylor.
It has one target.
Yep. All right, what's your AC?
16.
Oh, that's a crit.
No, it's not. Silvery barbs.
All right.
Reroll that. Reroll that shit. That's why I'm 50 feet away, not 60 feet.
Okay, it's only a hit.
Okay, that's better than a crit. That's why we have silvery barbs. And I'm gonna give the dice to Taylor. You have a advantage on your next roll that you want to make.
And then you take 12 damage on that hit. And then it goes again.
Still.
I will uncanny dodge
Okay.
that first hit, so I take half damage.
All right. And then it's gonna swing again. You said 16 as your AC, right?
Yep. What?
Okay. It does hit again. Okay.
So 30 damage.
No, it does
No.
8. It hits for much less.
Not fun, but not too bad.
Yep. And then that's all it does as it feebly attacks. Well, I'd say feeble, but it's making some pretty nasty hits.
Yeah. I would not describe this.
Glad we canceled that crit. That would have been what, 24 damage. Nice.
Somewhere around there. It would have been slightly less because of, like, dice
Oh,
and
yeah.
stuff, but it wouldn't have been.
I would.
It would have been unfun.
I mean, I definitely, I was always going to uncanny dodge that.
Yeah.
Less damage is less damage.
Oops.
I can use silvery barbs for free at least once a day, so
How long?
might as well.
How long does
For
that
free.
my
It
advantage roll last?
Does within a minute. So
Okay.
may not end up using it, but I still wanted to
That's
cancel a
okay.
crit, so.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that's the thinking part.
It's a my turn now.
I believe so.
It is
Yep.
your turn. Well, actually, it's
Bonus
Akira's
action
turn, but
disengage.
you know, it's. You know.
No, it's
Disengage.
No,
Taylor's
it would
turn.
be Taylor's.
Oh right,
Taylor
Taylor.
has
That's
higher.
right. I forgot. Yep. Taylor, go ahead. Disengage.
It's the same spot, so yeah, disengaging. I don't want to
Yep.
be around that.
Fun, come on my back.
Oh wow.
Hop on. We
Hey.
scale down.
The
No,
wording.
wait, no!
The
Did I
wording.
stutter?
The wording there was.
Did I stutter?
Okay.
Hmm. Maybe not during the heist.
Not the power.
God. I mean,
Save it
if
for
you can
post campaigns.
If you can get a marriage, if you can get a marriage proposal while fighting on a pirate ship, fighting for your life. I mean, a heist sounds like a pretty good time.
But not for that part of it.
I think you
A little
skipped the
busy.
marriage. Like,
Look, all I gotta say is see Spike's family, okay?
Okay, well, you are delayed.
Oh my goodness.
Get on her
No,
back. Get
Okay.
on her back. We'll rephrase that.
So while the statue is still animated and poised to attack you, it does orient itself again to try and like strike you. It obviously can't attack you since now you guys are way out of reach. I'm gonna kind of consider this out of combat. So you guys are done
We'll
with
have to
combat
deal with them all.
until
If
you
we have to come back
yeah.
out this way. I'll have to figure out what
Yeah.
to do.
And in fact, it just it kind of seems to power down as you all sort of leave its reach. But it is still, like, staring at you guys. I guess power down isn't the appropriate
flip it
word.
off.
It's just kind of standing there, menacingly. But it can't do anything.
Or puts,
It's
or
idling.
puts his hand in front of Seiza's finger to like censor it.
I'm gonna double flip it.
Yeah.
That's not the worst. Why is he censoring? Who are you
Listen.
censoring for record?
For the statue.
Also, I just realized I did not add my strength roll at all to any of my. It's fine. It's
Wow.
fine.
I was
I
wondering
only
why you
added
said
the
it so
straight
low.
rage damage.
It's fine, we made it.
We made it. We're here.
Yep. One broken wall and a few points of damage later. But you made it.
I'm forgetting that it's kind of broken.
What's the go down the hole first?
I'm gonna lean
What's the
over
lever?
and
Well,
I'm gonna pat Taylor. I'm very sorry. That must have been really scary for you, huh?
looks
You
back
feel-
at the statue.
You feel
I
sick.
mean, look back. I mean, I guess.
I hope this makes you
She
feel
shrugs.
better.
Does
Take
make
sip.
her feel better.
Take 7 points. Take 7 heals, please. I need us to
7
be
heals.
healthy, just in case scary things are up ahead. I don't want people.
I am
Fireball.
being more
Well, rogues. You know, rogues.
I
Fireball
don't.
things.
Unfortunately, I don't have evasion yet.
Oh, damn.
Next level, I get evasion.
Yippee!
Whoa. What? and
What a thing to say.
So you get evasion, like ability. Seiza gets to fly. What did I get at level 7? Let's see.
That's all the
7?
spell, right?
Yeah, we're level 6 right now.
Oh shit.
Are you not level
Are
6?
you not level
No,
6?
I'm not. I'm level 5.
Oh my goodness.
That's okay.
Go level up.
Wait, I can fly now.
Oh, wait.
If it makes you feel better,
That makes so
what
much easier. Hang on.
Yeah?
Depending on how that works, I only need to levitate down 4.
Yeah.
When
true.
you use Step of the Wind, you can unfurl spectral draconic wings from your back that vanish at the end of your turn. Okay, maybe not. Well, I can fly down like 40, equal to your walking speed. So if I dash, can I just get down?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's the key point.
Oh,
It'll
and by
be,
the way, I get nothing at 7.
So maybe I should also, since you guys can kind of look down, but there's considering that it's pretty clear that the architecture here is meant for an elevator shaft, essentially. So to kind of put it in the it's it's a square hole in the ground. There doesn't seem to be any works for it above you guys, but below it doesn't. The hole actually doesn't quite I guess for the best way to put it, there's about a 20-foot gap between the ceiling and the floor. So there's going to be at least 20 feet of drop. So to kind of maybe reconsider like your thing, you like, for example, Akira, you're still going to be dropping 20 feet, even after your climb, unless you like Spider-Man climb like on the ceiling, which then that would might make things a little difficult for Taylor to hang on.
True.
I can still make it work.
But because you'll be hanging upside down. But yeah, so there's a 20-foot drop.
So it's 60 feet down and then 20 feet down.
Well, it's 40 feet of shaft with a 20-foot gap to the floor.
Ah, I see. Right, because the 20 feet is like where the rest of the elevator stuff would be.
Yeah.
So like it goes down 40 feet, there's the opening where the doors would open up.
That'll make
and
sense
then
because
20
yeah,
feet down.
there's got to be a place for us to walk down there, right? We can't
Yeah.
just, like, walk.
It's a total. So just to kind of keep in mind, it's not like you'll be able to descend down. That's like plop down.
I mean, if Akira climbed down the wall with the opening so climb down 40 feet and there's the opening, it wouldn't be 20 feet down because I assume the door opening is not 20 feet. It would just be like, what, 10 feet? She just have to sort of do a little scuttle jump.
Yeah, it's just like there's like a 20-foot. There's like the total area in the place below the shaft is like 20 feet headroom essentially.
Maybe you could like grab onto the door and just hang down. Akira's so tall, her feet might actually almost touch the ground if she had like hung herself from the top of the door.
There's no door yet at the bottom. It's just a stone floor.
Levitate should still be able to.
Yeah, but if Akira can hang off the wall, you can just like grab onto the wall and hang down, right?
Oh yeah, and then like
It's still
This
like
is
a
how levitate.
13-foot drop.
yeah.
Wait, using levitate.
Yeah,
I
let's
would
just love it.
I would get Core somewhere safe. While Akira and Kayla climb. Well, Akira climbs down, the Kayla hangs up.
You still
Core gets
have-
put somewhere safe. I levitate myself over, and then I levitate Akira. And I can also do this to Seiza too if I need to. Or she can just
Point
fly.
and just fly.
And
Well, why don't we
Fly.
save your key points if we can? Because we don't know what we're gonna encounter up ahead. If we already have the levitate spell up anyways, we might as well just use it and save your key points in case we have to fight, which I suspect we will.
Yeah. If you're already casting levitate, might as well just make use of it, right?
Yeah.
And because people can use their own movement to actually like get all the way down with levitate, like it would. I wouldn't even take like a minute to get everyone down there.
Yeah. But yeah, I can at least lead the way as I scurry down.
Yep.
Like a lizard. Let me just take my long tongue and just lick my eyeball real quick. Ooh.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, she can do that.
Yeah, I do need to stagger it a little bit with Seiza and Core, but we can do it. I mean, Seiza can get down there very quickly.
I almost think we want to send Seiza down first. Your perception is pretty high, isn't it?
Perception. That's +7.
Yeah, that's higher than mine. I only have a +5. I'm gonna cast guidance on Seiza. I think we should send her down first so she can get a look around.
It's also I have 120 feet for dark vision.
Yeah, so that way she can look around while the rest of us are coming down.
Yeah.
So
Sounds
Seiza
good to me.
first, then Akira, Taylor, and Core.
All right. As you collectively descend down, I'm guessing you use the levitate to descend down For Seiza and Core?
Yeah,
Or
we're gonna send Seiza down first and
Okay.
do some looking around.
so Seiza, you'll just
Okay.
descend down with levitate, and then
Yeah, pretty much.
okay.
When I touch the ground, like make a perception, or at least like look around.
Okay. You do look around, and it appears to be. Hold on, let me grab the picture real quick.
I'm gonna wait for like a thumbs up or something from Seiza before I switch to Core.
Yeah. Let me know when you want me down there, or just do it.
Once I start moving
Like-
Core, we can head down. I just need to be able to like see the people that are moving, so I can't
But,
be down at the bottom. Yeah,
So
I might be able to, but it would be awkward.
you're on that little far left empty room. So you're in, and it appears to be just kind of like an empty space that's been cleared out to make room for this elevator, essentially. And yeah, you drop down, and it appears to be empty, and then it snakes on down to an empty corridor with a door on the far side. From there doesn't seem to be anything that really appears, conspicuous.
Okay. I'll look to Taylor, and then flip her off, and then immediately correct into a thumbs up.
Core gasps and then doesn't gasp.
I'm like,
again.
oh shit.
Oops.
wrong one.
Okay, I will start levitating Core, and then three of us can start moving down, essentially.
I float down.
And with
Alright.
some finagling, all three of us can get down there safely with levitate.
Alright. You descend your way down, and yeah, you land into the empty elevator shaft room, essentially, or elevator room. And yeah, you're in the empty hall. And there is just one singular door. Seems to be like a simple made door. That's pretty much opposite to you guys. Sorry.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast detect magic, so I have that up and running.
Okay. Within your immediate vicinity, there is no magic.
It lasts for 10 minutes, so I'm just gonna keep it on for as long as I can.
Sounds good.
A radar, magic radar.
Nothing to it.
Let's move carefully.
I-
We don't know if there's traps, and this only tells us about magical things. So if there
Yeah.
are
Right.
mechanical traps, I will not be able to alert us. You would need a nickel, right?
Perhaps
I'm gonna be right back real quick.
Or making the mental note to ask
Okey-doke.
where are nickels a form of currency?
What's a nickel?
What is a nickel?
Wait, what is it?
What is a nickel? I guess the equivalent would probably be like a copper piece, right?
It's yeah. I guess it's every time something happens.
If I had
have
a
copper,
If I had a copper for every time this happened,
yeah,
I'd have 2 copper,
cop-
which is not a lot. Which isn't a lot. It's not even 1 silver piece.
Weird that it happened.
Really not a lot.
Oh, that is just so quotable. I love it.
True.
It is very quotable.
yeah, congrats. We got past the first encounter.
Yay.
We'll deal with it again on the way back. Hopefully, maybe not.
Hopefully. Well, I mean, you know
Hopefully
what?
not.
It's better than it. Honestly, it's better than
Okay.
not knowing what we have to handle, right?
Ugh.
Yeah. You good?
Yep, I'm back. I'm
Welcome
good.
back.
Welcome. Help.
Hooray!
That is
How did
that
I
is indeed
not
something that happens when you
realize?
level up.
More HP!
Yippee! By the way, at level 7, I'm even more useless than whatever Core got. So yay!
Oh.
I think I literally get spell slots at level 7, and that's it.
But 4th level spells is not nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
fair.
really good.
I don't know what barbarians get at level 7.
Don't they get an extra rage?
I think they do get an no, not an extra rage
That
at
would
no.
be pretty.
She already got
No.
her.
Feral instinct.
Yeah. I get advantage on initiative rolls, which is probably the one like useful thing I get. The other one is additionally, if I'm surprised at the beginning of combat and not incapacitated, I can act normally, but only if I enter a rage.
I mean, to be fair, initiative on or advantage on initiative is so great for barbarians because you want to get your rage up
Yeah.
as fast as possible.
Yeah. So that's
That's
the only good thing. That's it. That's all I get.
I mean, that's still pretty good. So.
yeah. Most. I mean, not most.
Sure, you
but
can't
not-
fly, but but you don't need to. You can climb on walls. You're Spider-Man.
It's true. And why fly when you can jump? I can change mine to I forget what the animal is called. I think this is literally a gecko. That's why I call her a gecko. They call it the gecko
Mm.
part of it, where I can double my jump basically.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess we're
That's
gonna
pretty
move
far.
forward slowly. Does anyone want to check for trap?
Yeah,
I could
my
try.
keepers out. I will
cannot
drop
give
my
my-
keepers out.
I cannot
I-
give guidance because I am already concentrating on detect magic.
#23. See if there's anything sketchy about this hallway, and
Nope.
hopefully the door too.
This hallway and the door are clear. There are no traps to be sensed.
Yippee!
Is the door locked?
The door appears open.
I will take a peek
Or
around.
unlocked, I should say.
I will,
Cocky.
Oh,
I will open the door and take a peek into the hallway that it looks like is there.
I think the rest of us should probably stand back a little bit just in case.
Alright.
Out of fireball range.
Alright, fireball!
No.
Ah! Screams.
You know what? For the sake of this, oh man, I guess I'll just do it this way then. I'm gonna take a picture of the whole thing, or at least the whole thing minus that hallway.
I think we have the whole thing already.
Oh, you do.
If
Right.
if I'm putting the maps together properly, this door, and I think I know exactly where this door goes to.
Yep. You prop open the door, and the doorway happens to be between the feet of a statue, like between the legs of one of these large statues that's engraved. And yeah, it's this room. I'm just gonna repost it here.
Yeah.
And yeah, you are in what appears to be some sort of room that's represented like a big treasure room, essentially. There are particularly sculpted paneled floors in front of you. I know this is like the switches, the little weird like switches. It's all over the room, essentially.
Yeah. See
But
that.
yeah, but it's paneled in such a way where there's like little round sculptures and various markings on the floor. And there are of course, several more statues at the sides, like flanking this large, like rectangular room in alcoves, split by these like columns. The scene itself appears to be some sort of mixture of dwarven architecture, contrasting what could only be described as like a desolate, fiery wasteland. While you yourself may not be familiar with it, as a local of Broznov, you are definitely certain of what this place depicts, and it is, this apparently is a depiction of an old, essentially a fortress on the eastern side of the mountains, also known as the Badlands.
Interesting.
Yep. I won't go into too much detail, but essentially Broznov sits on the west side of a mountain range, and on the east side is the Badlands. Pretty much the mountain range is inhabited, well, was inhabited by some pretty nasty dragons that are now not really nasty. They're still around, but they're not like, it's the, they're much smaller. It's more like wyverns now. But even further beyond that is a desolate, barren, and hostile land known as the Badlands. And it is considered a... it is the realm's effort to essentially maintain the influence of the Badlands within its little corner. Because it's rife with just terrible things, namely hordes of hostile orcs, trolls, as well as other goblinoid creatures, and other races that are just like, they're not really in the sense negotiable. Many of these societies that live out in the Badlands are very much like bloodthirsty and very dangerous, and so Broznov, as well as the Bastion Order, take great efforts to sort of contain the Badlands and its denizens within those corners, namely through a series of choke points. One of them being in the North Pass, and the East Pass. The North Pass was just a huge fortress city just north of northern Broznov. And the Eastern Pass, which is on the other side of the mountain range, known as the Rift. So this appears to be some sort of fortress that's on the Rift side, if you were to wager a guess, because this is more dwarven looking. And the statues themselves appear to be more dwarvish than anything. They look like large, it's like, the dwarf statues, kind of like from Lord of the Rings. These aren't like constructs or typical Broznov like statues that you've been seeing. These are like dwarven statues, like traditional old dwarf statues.
The Mines of Moria.
Yeah, that's the one. With that, other than that, you can kind of feel the room definitely radiates the atmosphere of the Badlands. The air has a sweltering heat to it, and you can even hear like the sound of hissing through a series of steam pipes, as to kind of give the effect that you're in the Badlands. Yep, it is genuinely it's an unpleasant place.
Well, Taylor, is it the room I told you about?
Yep.
I do believe so.
Yep. Right.
I'll just wait and then carefully step around thing in front of the doorway, in front of the statue?
It doesn't seem to be much room for you to move without risking stepping on any of the paneled floors below. Just so you know, there's no like little lip for you to sidle against. Also, I forgot to mention. Oh yeah.
I'll just let it take. Just to note over.
But yeah, you're coming out from the leftmost statue, by the way. But also something to note, you do see the big carving of the dragon embedded into the wall. And you see right at the feet of the dragon, or the feet of this big mural of this dragon, and it's in color. It's this big, grand. It looks like an ancient red dragon. Apparently, it's very clear this is an ancient red dragon. There appears to be something resembling a dragon's hoard. You know, a pile of wealth and coins, and then sitting atop this mountain of treasure, you see that crown.
Hello, crown.
Hello, crown.
Not to track too much, but you know, as a reminder, it is. Someone's got to go to sleep. You know, make sure to mention it.
Ah, yes.
I'm good to keep going though.
Oh, true.
As long
That
as
is
other
correct.
people are.
Sybil, how are you doing?
Yeah, how you holding up?
Functioning.
You have
Do-
work?
No, I don't.
Okay. I was gonna say, if we want to put a pin on this, I am okay with like pausing it here for now.
Pause wherever you see fit.
Yeah, just
to
a good-
May
make
not be a
everyone
bad
else
time for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like once we grab that crown, things are gonna happen real fast, and
Mhm.
Yep.
And that's
I don't know what's in this
I'm
room, and
okay.
I might want my full mental faculties for it.
Okay.
this might be
My partial
Then
sleep
I
brain.
will put a pin on this then. Let me let's save it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to step on some weird plate and then everything fucking explodes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hopefully, maybe we can just send you in, grab the crown, and go.
Yeah.
Mage hand, right?
Yeah,
We can do
It-
that too.
and mage hand is not concentration.
It's not. I actually. Yeah. I have a few of those potions. I can actually just like.
I'm going to.
Yeah. But that's.
That's for next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be some kind of other trigger system.
I mean,
that-
I'm sure there's like an
Above
Indiana
ground.
Jones-ass thing where like when you
You
pick
take
it up,
yeah.
like it sets something off, it's like a weighted.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah. Me neither. Okay.
Alright. Well, that's it for today then.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey.
Good job, everyone.
Good job,
We're
everyone.
alive.
We're alive.
Alive and mostly healthy.
Live.
I'm only down 2 spell slots right now, and if needed,
That's
I
really
can get another one back because I have one more channel
Yeah.
divinity charge. I'm just saving it in case I might actually. I don't think we're gonna run into undead, but you never know.
That would be a thing.
The
Ancient dragon is undead. Turn it.
Oh, it's for sure gonna make the DC if it's an ancient dragon. I don't think so, buddy.
Can always roll
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, a 1 plus what?
Don't
If
worry
it's
about
a red, I believe. Oh gosh, I forget which dragon it is, but there is an ancient dragon that actually has really poor wisdom saves. I can't remember which one it was.
Bruh, this thing isn't
By
it.
poor, I mean
That's
instead of like
really
a
traumatic.
plus 18, it's like a plus 8.
Are y'all
Yeah.
convinced I'm actually gonna throw an ancient dragon at y'all?
I hope not. We're level 6, okay? I don't think we can
I
take
thought I
it.
was level 5 until a few minutes.
I'm not that malicious. No, I have thrown a level 20 demon
am.
at a party of level 3 players.
But what? But what? But why?
Because because the
do to
demon.
you?
Well, I didn't. Let me rephrase. I didn't throw it at them. It was in the area. The players who are level 3 decided to go look for it, knowing damn well it's a CR20 demon. It was a what was it? A pit fiend or a baler? Something was loose, but it was bound to this like magic effed up city, and there was like a, basically to put it lightly, there's the spirit of a paladin who fought this demon, and they're both bound to like this town that got basically magically locked, and neither of them can leave until like until the demon died. And so that paladin was like helping them out and was like, I'll go fight the demon, you guys go do stuff. And the party was like, let's go help the paladin.
Well,
Needless to say, I saw.
I mean, that's fair.
Needless to say, boss, I hate to say this, but you're not the only unhinged dragonborn, because this was another dragonborn who decided to climb the top of a church tower and elbow drop this thing.
they live.
Barely. They were able to actually help beat the demon, thanks to that elbow drop.
You're saying it's a good idea.
No, okay, the problem, I'm looking at the Ancient Red Dragon, the problem is this. I literally cannot make the DC 24 dexterity saving throw for the fire breath. The highest, if I roll a nat 20, I can get is a 23, so I'll fail that. And it does 26 d6 damage. So like 91 damage average. I only have 71 hit points, gamers. I'm dead immediately.
But a nat 20
survive
is
that.
still a pass.
Level up once, and then me and Taylor.
I don't
Exactly.
think that's how saving throws work. It doesn't matter if you nat 20. If you don't have the points for it, that's still failing.
I mean, unless you say that's how they work, then you know.
That's how they work in my game. A nat 20 is always an auto pass.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Well, then I need to
Uh-oh.
nat 20 it, which is already pretty bad.
Yeah, you don't really want to be relying on.
Oh god.
Yeah. If you want to rely on a nat 20, it's to like crit fish, not because your life depends on it.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes it can be both.
Well,
And,
yeah, I'm gonna go beat up a fish.
and literally, so a nat 1 then is always a failure, I assume. So
Yeah.
the dragon has to nat 1 to hit, has to nat 1 to miss me, otherwise it will always hit, even a 2 would hit me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Discord's also being weird. I'm gonna go ahead and start the raid real quick, and we'll conclude, and then we can chat a little more.
Go ahead.
But yeah, we'll be concluding the last part of this finale next week, and that'll be that. And that actually works out because next week that'll be. Next week also is like the
God.
getting ready before my work starts. But we'll talk a little on that.
That's crazy. We're ending 2 things next week then.
Yep.
Yeah, right as kids start rolling into our schools, cries.
Cries.
Then again, I don't know if we have a classroom yet. Woo!
Alright, anyways, gonna go ahead and raid.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Yeah. A week.
VK. Wait, VK. I don't think I have any mods on the board. Can you show yourself out?
Do they know what happened?
The story is
The raid
a
containers.
soap
How
dispenser
extreme.
fell because we have
Oh
sinks.
my god, I just
I don't know why, but we have sinks in every classroom. I guess it's just something that needs to be
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's sinks in every classroom, so there's a soap
hello,
dispenser. One of the soap dispensers fell and
Are
knocked
you okay?
the
My guy's dying.
the